Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ask Coach V. So excited to be here with you and bring a lot of value and strategies. I'm here with brilliant Coach Ivon, as always. Hello, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited for today's episodes. We have some great questions to answer and really just like Coach V said, bring you some value, bring you some joy. For those of you that don't know, that are new tuning into your first Ask Coach V, this is the show where we do exactly what the title says. We ask Coach V. We go out there, we see what agents are dealing with, the questions they're asking, the challenges they're facing, and we bring them to a veteran agent and coach and get some real insights on them. Right, Coach?
Yes. So, Coach, today, I know you're going to have some great questions so we can bring some clarity and beautiful power for those agents. So let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it. So, okay, I got some good ones here. I'll start with this one. I got a screenshot here from the group, and I'll just read it exactly how they said it. So here we go. This agent said, I just got a listing, but it's at 1%. Would you have taken it? So pretty straightforward question, right? It's a yes or no question, but I think there's a lot for us to talk about around that yes or no question. So Coach, this agent just got a listing at 1%. Would you have taken this listing?
I love the question, and the answer is very clear. No, I wouldn't. Why not, Coach V? So now let me explain. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we are business people. And every listing has a cost. Has a cost for marketing, staff, also processes and everything, softwares, everything you do, and also, very important, your time and energy. So if you don't know the cost of your listing, you should know, because as a business person, you should track your numbers really well. I wouldn't. Listen, by the time, first of all, how are you going to even have money to market the home? Right, Coach?
Yeah. I mean, seriously, by the time you do all your marketing and then maybe you want to offer something to a buyer so you have a nice competitive advantage to the buyer side, right? I mean, that's already probably out the window. So definitely not a lot of wiggle room there.
No room at all. And you're going to end up for free. Actually, I believe you might even pay to sell the home. Listen, everyone, you can say, well, but she's my best friend or she's my mom. Now, it's our job to explain to our family, to our friends, to our clients, to our leads, how it works. They don't know it. But look, I'll give a quick example. When I worked in the Central Valley and I was selling homes south of Sacramento all the way to Modesto, and the average price in the area, it was about 500,000, actually 400,000. I started like this, and then I started selling all the high-end homes. Over there, the cost of my listing without adding the most important time and energy, just the marketing between the photographers, videographers, the drones, postcards, whatever, it was about 2,500. Now, add your time and energy. The Silicon Valley, once I moved there and I was selling the high-end homes, $3, $4, $5, $6 million homes, just to launch the listing, again, without time and energy, the most valuable, it was 4,500. Of course, we also had a bigger commission. But the point is, you're going to pay E&O, you're going to pay your broker, you're going to pay, you're going to have cost, you're going to pay tax, you're going to have the marketing. So how much you're going to take home? Plus, you know what? What's your minimum standard?
That's a big point, right, Coach? I mean, you have to know, what am I willing to do? What am I willing to accept? Now, I have a follow-up question on this. So, okay, they took this listing at 1%. We use this term a lot when we talk with our coaching clients and we're talking about, how to handle objections and how to talk about commission. And we tell them to explain to the clients that, look, there are discount agents out there that are buying listings with a low percentage. Is there ever a reason where that's worth doing, like coming down to get the listing? Now, even if they come down, I'm going to go ahead and say it, guys. I'm not even going to ask Coach V. I'm going to answer this one. 1% is too low, right? 1% is what these giant corporations might be offering because they're working at scale. As an individual agent, it's almost impossible for it to make sense for you at 1% unless you have a very exceptional situation at home. But Coach, when would you come down on your commission? When are there times where you would bring it down to get a listing?
I appreciate that. And by the way, this is such a great question. And I want to add to it. Know exactly your minimum standard. What are you willing to compromise or not? Because if every time you break your word to yourself and deteriorate yourself self-esteem and your confidence. And if you do it for one, so if you do for your cousin, why are you not going to do for your best friend? If you do for your best friend, why are you not going to do for your neighbor? So if you create a precedent, you're in trouble.
For sure.
So again, it's not how much money you earn, it's how much money you keep. So you have to know what you're willing to do. So I had one client, for example, he gave me 6 refers per year, 5, 6 referral per year. And one time he came and he gave me 3 listings, very successful gentleman. And he said, Vanda, I have 3 homes that I want to sell. I want to sell my homes and I buy apartment buildings. He gave it to me. I give it to him for 5%. My standard is 6%. But this is a person who gives me a lot of business, a lot of repeated referral, because he buys with me too. And now he gave me 3 listings together right there, and I gave it to him for 5%. Okay. And now my minimum standard was 6%. And that's what I did. Now, sometimes when the clients are really, really stubborn, and I sold a lot of my own listings because I call my database, I promote my listings. I don't hold them for me, but I promote them so well. People come to me and they want to buy with me. So sometimes 10%, 10-12% I sold my listings. So people ask, would you do it for less? I said, no, my minimum standard, I would say my standard commission. Now we can even say that anymore, right? The new market, you don't have to say. So I said the fee for my service, don't even say standard commission. The fee for my service is 6% or 3% on the selling side, right? Or 3% on the buy side. I would tell them that. And I would say, well, if I have the buyer myself, depends how the situation, I can see if I can give you a 0.5% discount. I would not even promise because you don't know, especially now with everything that's going on.
Well, and Coach, I think the important thing to remember here, guys, is like Coach V said, there's a cost to a listing, not only the material cost, but your time and energy, which is worth something. Okay. And then, of course, when you're going to decide, you're going to negotiate, because everything is negotiable. You can't negotiate unless you know your position firmly. So if you decide, okay, on the seller side, I won't go less than 2.5%. I'm always going to take 3%. But if there's an exception, like I can also represent the buyer, or they're giving me multiple deals or whatever, I'll go down to 2.5, but I won't go lower than that. Like, you have to go into that conversation knowing what your number is, because otherwise you can't negotiate from a place of value. So Coach, I have one more follow-up question here before we move on to the next question, which is, okay, we're telling them you can't go down to 1% to buy the listing. That's crazy, right? I'm sorry that agent felt that they were in a position that they had to do that. I'm sure it was not an easy thing for them to do, and they probably feel bad about it afterwards, and that's why they're making that question. So my question to you is, these agents that we're telling, get your commission, charge your fee, command your fee, how can they, compete with people that are out there willing to sell themselves for 1% to get a listing?
Oh, I appreciate that. So, by the way, Coach, this question and the way we talk here, it reminds me one video. All of you here, you guys are already on my YouTube channel. Go back. You can actually search 1% commission objection handler Vanda Martin. I have a video that I did over 10 years ago, I believe, that I'm handling the objection live on the phone. Well, it's a recording, but and then the guy say, I'm gonna do for 1%, and I handle the objection. It's so funny because when I posted the video, I got so much hate. One of the guys said, well, there's nothing wrong with cutting the commission. So I got hate for doing that objection handle video and post everywhere. But it's a great one for you guys to see it, because I show exactly how to handle the objection on the 1%.
Yeah. So knowing that we can't do this whole video on objection handling, what are just some overall strategies to beat those people that are willing to do that?
I love it. Guys and girls, listen, superstar in real estate. Real estate is a relationship. It's nurturing relationship and bringing the value. So ask yourself, would I hire myself? What makes me the valuable, the amazing trusted advisor that someone would pay the minimum fee in any market? I can tell right away, if you have low skills, if you don't know how to build rapport, build connection, build trust, you don't bring value, expertise to the table, who's going to pay you your full fee? That's the difference between the specialist and the mediocre, the mediocre or even average. The average earns, Very, very little. The specialist, the expert, the brain surgeon, he earns thousands and thousands more. So why right now in this market, I have clients right now commanding with elegance, with skills, with grace, 6%. Right now, guys, I had one time, many times, getting 7% commission. So again, ask yourself, what value am I bringing to the table that will bring the credibility, the authority to command my full fee? How is your knowledge of the market expertise? How is your knowledge of the process? What service you bring to the table? Can you negotiate? So ask
and
yourself,
how good are you at displaying that to the client, right? Because that's one of the big things is you might feel that you do all these things, but if you can't make them see the value in it, of course they'll choose the lower commission.
Yeah, and I did a reel the other day, actually, a reel the other day about the client in Boston that had time in the business, had experience in the business, knew a lot of people, and but good, friendly lady, selling very little and losing left and right because she didn't have the confidence in his skills. She didn't have the strength in her presentation, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of question, a lot of, again, darlings, it's not only show the brochure. Anybody can be a brochure shower in. Anybody can just show stuff. It's how you present. How is your listing presentation? How is your buyer's presentation? Can you command the confidence that they feel that they can trust you, they can believe you? What are your value add? What are the things you're going to do for me when I hire you? Can I trust you going to negotiate for me for the highest price? Can I trust you that you're going to protect me and avoid problems, save me time, save me energy? Again, it's you. They buy you, and you got to sell yourself at the highest level with your knowledge, expertise, skills, experience, and your level of deliver, your capability. So
well, there you go, guys.
About this, Coach.
Well, there you go, guys. I think that answers it right there. So look, guys, don't sell yourself short. If there's a special circumstance and you're going to negotiate a little bit, know your standards, know what it's worth. Yeah. Don't be the agent doing the 1%. And Coach V just told you right there how you can show your value, how you can bring all that to the table and help your clients, help your prospects to see that so they'll choose you over the discount agent. So Coach, let's...
One more thing. Just invest your time, money, and energy in yourself. Okay? Because you can have the software, everything, invest. Become the person anyone wants to hire. Be irreplaceable, unforgettable, and unbelievable. And they will hire you because in any market, they will hire you if they see the worth and the value in you, and you're going to help them. Oh, this is beautiful.
Exactly. So, okay, let's go to our next question before we close out the video. This one is unrelated, totally unrelated. I'll go ahead and read it. This was posted by an anonymous member in a real estate community on social media. I'll just go ahead and read exactly what they wrote. So they said, I have a listing in a community with 5 other active listings. Some of these homes have been on the market for about a month or even longer. Since my listing hasn't had any showings in 3 weeks it's been on the market, I reached out to the other 5 agents with listings in this community. They shared that they're experiencing a similar trend with either one showing or none at all. My seller has already done a price reduction and is not open to another one. What strategies can I use to attract more showings in a market where homes are moving slowly? So I think this is a great question because it brings up a lot of different things that we can talk about. So this agent's ultimate question is, what can I do to get more activity on my home? But the caveat is, besides improving the price. So Coach, what would you say to an agent that's in the situation where they say, my home's getting no activity, I want to have more activity, but we already did a price adjustment and it didn't work and we can't do another one? What would you tell this agent?
Wow, I can talk about this for a whole day, Coach. You know, this is so loaded of questions. So first of all, darling, just because you adjust the price doesn't mean it's because, it's not going to work. It's just the price that you adjusted, it was not good enough. So I want you to see this. First of all of you listening, and I know some of you guys don't want to hear that because you always think there's always a magic pill, something else besides pricing. But I'll say it, and I'll say it until I'm 100 years old. Price is 85% of marketing. Okay, you can have the sexiest marketing machine. You can be amazing. You can have a lot of exposure. If it's overpriced, it will sit, especially now with everybody so savvy online, consulting and comparing everything. So right away, we know it's price. Now, what I'm really concerned is 3 weeks with no showing. So this is what happened. I'm going to hallucinate here with you, Coach Ivon, what happened. Here is the market, okay? Here's the market. He priced over here. He priced really high. So when we price really high, you don't have activity, you don't have showings because you're so high that people don't even come to see it. You have no cost.
Because if you were even a little bit close, you'd at least get showings. And if you were even closer, you might even get a low ball offer.
Exactly.
But he's getting nothing.
You're getting nothing because if the market's here and you're just 10% higher than the market, you get an offer, even if it's a low offer. And if you're just a little bit higher, you get activity. That means he's so high. He's so high that people say, oh my God, I don't have time to see it. Let me go see the other 5. He's way high. So even though you came down, Mr. Anonymous, you didn't came down enough to create activity. So your 3 weeks of no showing activity is a completely feedback for you that you're way
Coach,
too high.
The worst thing is that they did a price reduction, and the only thing he accomplished was to upset the seller because the price adjustment, the price adjustment was not enough to make an impact, but it was enough to make the seller get frustrated and say, I don't want to do it again. Yeah. So they're in a tough position now because they didn't have the skills or they didn't have the awareness to go for a big enough price adjustment to actually make that impact.
Exactly. And it's a sad situation. I'm going to give you here a little bit of clarity and help you as much as I can. But I want all of you guys listening. I know here, listening, there's people brand new, veteran agents. And I want to remind you this. Pricing property is a skill. Pricing property is a skill. If you price wrong, you hurt your seller and you lose the listing. And that's why we have so many expires coming in and the wave coming in too. Martha's getting a lot of, I think she got over 7 expired listings this year, is because agents don't know how to price homes from the beginning. And also another skill they don't know how to execute, they don't know how to use is price adjustment. So right away, everyone, price well in the beginning, okay? Be strong enough to show the value of the pricing strategy as we teach you guys at VIP, as we teach in a one-on-one. Because if you don't price well, it's going to sit. You're going to get your clients more upset, hostile, annoyed with you. And then sooner or later, they're going to fire your cute little ass and hire an agent that's going to come with the skills, with knowledge, with strengths, with care and empathy. Price well in the house sell and you lose all your time and energy. So first of all, price well from the beginning. Second, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be nice to them and let them price the home, first of all, don't do that. You are the expert. The doctor, we don't tell the doctor, I don't want a pill, red pill, I want a blue pill, right, Coach?
Yeah, exactly.
We take the expertise from the doctor. So be the doctor of real estate, tell the truth, price well in the beginning with the strategies of pricing. And then if 10 days, I would say even 5 days, if you have nobody calling, nobody seeing it, you're too optimistic and you price poorly.
Exactly, Coach. So let's go back to this question and let's give some hard answers to this agent. Okay. So they're saying, 3 weeks, nothing, did a price adjustment, still nothing. They don't want another price adjustment. What can I do to sell this house? Here's the hard pill to swallow for this agent. And for all of you listening, take this as a nice lesson going forward in your business. If they start doing all these marketing efforts without doing the price adjustment, it would be the biggest waste of time, energy, and money right now. Because the reality is, if the price were compelling, they would have some amount of activity. And so what they need at this point is not, marketing activity. They need price adjustment and then marketing activity with the new price. Exactly. That's what's going to sell this home. That's what's going to create activity. That's what's going to move the needle. So now, because they didn't get that initial price adjustment well, and they participated in the mass delusion of the other agents in the neighborhood who are also sitting on homes that aren't selling and not changing the price, because of that, now the agent is in a tough position. So what this guy has to do, or this girl has to do, is they need to set an appointment with their seller and really present them and sell to them the importance of shifting the strategy and going for that price adjustment. Right, Coach?
Exactly. Hey, listen, everyone, it's a combination now. So I would say number one thing, tell yourself, Gosh, I just got a lesson. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God, for this lesson. I have to upgrade my pricing uh, skills and my price adjustment skills. So right away, go have a come to God meeting with your seller. Mrs. Seller, I first of all, let's talk about the strategy of selling your home. Can you talk today? Set a specific time with him, his wife, her, whoever it is, because you need to present your case and do what we teach you guys in a price adjustment. Do a recap what you have done, explain to them how the market reacted, and say, hey, we have been optimistic. We believe that the market would like a first price. It didn't like a price adjustment. It was not good enough. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we got feedback. Rejections feedback. The market has rejected both price. So let's go over here because I want you to understand, and then go over the preparation. The preparation is remind them that you are in the team, that you are here to sell for the highest price. You wish you could sell for $10 million, but unfortunately, it's the market, and you're not the market. And be honest that you are optimistic and you expected the market to do it, but the market didn't. So now is when you bring the motivation to the table. Yeah, because if they're motivated, they have to sell. They have a big dream or big pain. They have to sell, and you show up and explain that you have to do the right strategy. The strategy is adjust the price. They'll bring an offer, improve the price to bring an offer, and then you can do another open house. You can email again. You can do a video again. But if you don't change the price, you're gonna do the definition of sanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Is crazy. So
Exactly.
Price first to attract the activity, price first, and then do the extra marketing. Maybe they don't do a video, maybe not doing some other stuff, but price is what will make the house compelling and bring buyers to the table.
Exactly. And guys, if you're liking this, if you're getting some solid strategies that are helping you, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We are always dropping value here. Coach V is always showing up and giving you guys some great strategies. I mean, we don't have time enough on this call to go deep into pricing strategy and how to educate on it and all these things like we do with our clients. But I guarantee you, even some of the stuff we talked about today, you take that going forward, you're going to save yourself so much time, energy, and just suffering of being in a situation like this agent. So anonymous agent out there, the short answer is you need to have that uncomfortable conversation, go present with them and go, make your case for that price adjustment, not because of you, not because you want it, but because it's the best for them. Right, Coach?
Yes. And you know what? And I'll thank you, Coach, for this. And I'll say all of you guys, and I'll tell you, if you don't upgrade your skills of pricing property, adjusting pricing, presentation, negotiation, closing, you're going to suffer in this business because people don't understand unless you know how to present, explain, and communicate. So we're here for you. Let us know if we can help you in any ways. That's what we teach, skills, strategies, and we love you guys. So go out there, share your magic, go make your calls, go do your follow-up, go set appointments, go do your video. Let people know that you can help them. Thank you, Coach Ivon. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Great one. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.
See you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you.